Hello everyone, welcome to ENbreezEN, the daily current affairs program by Team Enlight. Today we will be discussing about the new cryptocurrency bill proposed by Indian Parliament, the Bharat Gaurav Scheme introduced by Indian Railways, and about the recent India-US Trade Policy Forum. So let's move to the first topic for today, that is regarding the new cryptocurrency bill. So a new bill named the Cryptocurrency and Regulation of Official Digital Currency Bill will be introduced shortly in the winter session of the Parliament. So what are the key takeaways from this bill? First is an important decision that it will regulate the cryptocurrency and ostensibly ban all the private cryptocurrencies. A point to be noted is it is mainly for the regulation and not for the outright ban. And even the bill also is likely to propose the framework for creating an official digital currency which is to be issued by the Reserve Bank of India. So there is also a proposed name for that particular digital currency, the proposed name. So those who know the answer, please comment in the comment box below. And another important aspect for the bill is an outright ban for the cryptocurrencies will also put a hold on the development of associated technologies. But we know for a fact that the technologies like blockchain have wide scale of applications in digital certificates, in banking transactions, in medical registers, property transaction, etc. So an outright ban will be not in the best interest of the people. So the government has proposed that the bill will also facilitate associated technologies like blockchain. So these are the major provisions that is being likely to be proposed by the new cryptocurrency bill. So the more details will be available once it is introduced in the winter session. Next is regarding the El Salvador and Bitcoin. We know that El Salvador is the only country to recognize Bitcoin as a legal tender. And now why it is in news today? Because it is also planning to build an entire city based on the largest cryptocurrency, namely Bitcoin. And this Bitcoin city will be funded by the issuance of a 1 billion Bitcoin bond. And it will be located in the Gulf of Fonseca near a volcano. Gulf of Fonseca is in the Pacific Ocean and the map is given for reference. Just note the neighboring countries like El Salvador, Honduras and Nicaragua. So UPSC has the habit of asking the countries surrounding important straits and gulfs that were in news. So it is one of the probable map questions that you might get in prelims. Moving on, next is a scheme by Indian Railways, namely the Bharat Gaurav Scheme. So this scheme is mainly about allowing private operators to take trains on lease from the railways and operate it on the circuit tourism projects. So we know that the railway has the circuit tourism projects like the Ramayana circuit that mainly covers the places associated with the life of Lord Ram. In the similar lines, the railways is also proposing another circuit called the Guru Kripa circuit, which goes all places linked to Guru Nanak, and it is mainly linked to the religion of Sikhism. So one important aspect is any private operator could run these trains, and they will be also given the freedom to decide the routes, fares and quality of service on trains. So this is seen as mainly as an increased private participation in the operation of railways. And who can take part in this scheme? Well, anyone, including from trust, societies, consortia, and even the state governments, can apply and lease this train and also run them on special theme-based tourism circuit projects. So this might be a question because UPSC can ask you like a statement type question, like it is only applicable to state governments or only to private, such kind of questions. So please note that all these people can, so most of them can apply and run these trains. So regarding this theme-based tourism circuits, there was two major tourism circuits proposed, theme-based tourism projects proposed by government of Kerala in the recent budget. And those who know the answer can comment on the comment section. Third important news for today is regarding the India-US Trade Policy Forum. Recently we know that during the Trump administration, the trade between India and US has seen a bumpy ride. There were many issues regarding the trade, like retaliatory tariffs. When US imposed the tariff on the steel products and aluminum products, India retaliated by increasing the tariff on 28 products that were exported from India, mainly in textiles, pharmaceuticals, agriculture products, etc. So this has reduced the trade volume between the two countries. And also another important aspect is the exception of India from the US generalized system of preferences. This is very important, and this can be asked as a question in prelims as well as the mains point of view. So what is meant by GSP? Because under the GSP program, Indian products were given duty-free benefits that gave them a competitive advantage. But due to this retaliatory tariff gain, the special treatment was withdrawn, affecting India's export-oriented sectors. So even if you look at the automobile sector, you might have heard about the news like the withdrawal of iconic American brands like Harley Davidson and Ford India from India. So which is not, so recently the trade is not in a good shape. So the India-US Trade Policy Forum seeks to undo this and also boost the trade, especially in the post-COVID world. So what is this Trade Policy Forum? It is a premier forum to resolve the trade and investment issues by ironing out the differences between the two countries and fostering the trade. So it has mainly 5 focus groups, namely agriculture, investment, innovation and creativity relating to IP rights, services, tariff and non-tariff barriers to trade. So these are the major focus areas of this particular forum. And what is its significance? We know that India has been pinching for the re-establishment of GSP as well as IPR waivers for the COVID-19 vaccines and associated technologies and medicines from the US manufacturers like Pfizer, Moderna, etc. that will allow India to make and export these vaccines to India as well as the whole world. So these are one of the major points of discussion. Another important significance is US looks at India as a key partner, especially in the post-pandemic world, and also to cut dependence on China. So it is also one of the important aspects so as to reduce dependence on China as well as to improve its ties with India. And also we also know that the India's pharma exports account for 40% of the US generic drug supply. So this meeting is very significant for both the democracies. And it is also significant because it comes just weeks ahead of the proposed WTO Ministerial Conference, which will be held at Geneva in Switzerland. So that's the significance of this meeting, so that the WTO meetings and the WTO outcomes will be in favor of both the countries. So, and they will be having an amicable settlement of these issues. So this can be asked as a question in your international relations portion in GS, as well as the questions like GSB could be asked in your prelims.